Hey, that's the start. What a wonderful kind of day. Maybe do you ever think I should learn to intro the podcast better? Fucking
was that it?
Started. Do you know what it is? I started, and as always, my phone's going ding, 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 ding. You know, like how young people. Old people say to him, "Oh, this bloody technology." As people are getting older and young people don't understand it, I'm old people now. I'm old people. I hate my phone going off. It pisses me off. It is so annoying. If all you have to do to understand how annoying things are in a lot of scenarios is just personify it. If you just treat things like they're people. If you think about them as if they were a person, so many things would be just... People would never want them near them at all. If they were people, they would fucking murder them. If that was a person, right, I'd just press live, I'd just press to do something, and someone was sat next to me going, "Hey, look at this! Look at this! Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at that!" And I'd be like, "Shut up! I'm obviously busy. Hey, look at this!" And I know it's not a person, but even so, and it's same with dogs as well. Like dogs going, "Run, run, 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 run!" It's like, I need a shit! What are you doing here? Fucking, I hate dogs. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. It snowed today.
Yes, it's a snow day.
It sure is. I left work early. I was like, I'm not staying here. Fuck you. I said, fuck you to the man.
I was wondering.
Fuck you.
I thought they might even say, like, just, we can't work because of snow. I don't know what you're working on at the minute in your construction dealio, but...
We're working on a school, but the thing is with it is that our site is in kind of like a bit of like a ditch. Like it's being built on like an old sort of like football pitch, so it kind of...
Okay.
You have to get up this like sort of steep hill to get out, and then the road out off of that street is really steep as well. And it were getting bad, and at about 10 to 1, I had a little drive up the road just to see what it were like, and my car was literally just sliding across the road. So I was like, yeah, I'm not staying. I gotta go.
How does that work for you now then? Because I don't have to think about anything like that. I was sat here.
I'll just like have less hours on my timesheet when I go to get paid. That's
right,
it.
Okay.
A few hours of work. But...
Do they not have to like say, okay, that's fine? Or because like, I don't know. I just think like if people were like really flaky because they didn't really need all the money from it, wouldn't that kind of fuck up the progress or something like that? Or
well, maybe, yeah, but like the thing is, like I say, is that I can't afford for anything to go wrong with this car right now. Like it's all well and good saying, oh well, I need you here for another 2 hours to sweep a floor, but it's like, well, I'm in a shitty little car. That's probably going to struggle to like even get out of this place, and if I even slightly ding it on the road because it's like slid across the road,
yeah,
I'm fucked because my insurance is so high right now. So it's
I know what you mean, but what I'm saying is most jobs just are like, well, that's your problem. We're paying you to do this job. You agreed to do the job, so you can't just like not do it now that you've agreed to do it. And which I'm not saying that that's the right way to do it either. It's not. But it's just like, it's surprising because I kind of see the reasons for them saying that. If you've agreed to do a job and then you're like, oh no, I'm not going to do it. It's not their fault. It snowed either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you just have to make exceptions like that, I guess. Like, I'm not going to sit around while snow's coming down and just fucking snowing me in, so I can't get home. I'm not doing it.
Do you ever get people on site though that kind of almost take advantage of that? And I think what I was getting at before is like, is there not people who almost abuse that and then are like not in a lot, and then because then that can cause problems into it, not having enough manpower and things like that?
Yeah, not really, because it's like, people are there to work anyway, so they want it. Like, I didn't want to go home today, but I just did, because like I can't risk. I genuinely, I can't risk anything happening to this car. So like,
Yeah.
I'm going home because I have to. I didn't want to, but I
Isn't it
did.
ridiculous,
So
the state of the country that we're in, or not necessarily just the country that we're in, maybe the world that we're in, that, in fact, yeah, I suppose it is the state of the world that we're in, that we're in, like, easily top half of countries. Definitely. I'd probably say top quarter of the world's countries. It's embarrassing to say, like, a bunch of other stuff, but anyway, we're in one of the top probably quarter of countries for how good it is. I guess opinion, but whatever. Yet, and you're you're working a full-time job that pays not, I wouldn't say it pays well, but it definitely not pay bad.
Yeah,
As in, it pays more than me, but it's definitely not minimum wage. But they don't like, it's not like you're earning loads, but like, an okay, I guess an alright amount of pay. And you don't have to pay for a mortgage or bills or food either.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for any of those, yet you're still trying to save up and struggle to pay off a shitty little car.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It's more the insurance than anything, to be honest, just because of how bad it is from when I had that accident. Like,
but it's ridiculous that it's that much, isn't it? It's just pathetic how far all of that's taken. It's not fair at all. It's crazy. It's like, I mean, even if you look at me and Jasmine have been probably more sensible, I guess, in ways. In that we're able to pay a mortgage and stuff like that, and the way we've paid it up, we saved up loads of deposit, we track interest rates and make sure things are done right, and all sorts of stuff like that. Yet we are two full-time working professionals. We both have degrees. We've both got multiple years' experience. I've got over half a decade experience in my field, and I'm paid £26,000 a year. Are you kidding me? What the fuck is going on here? It's nuts. It's like, well, I suppose it's not necessarily that number that's the crazy thing. It's like, we can't afford to do... In a year, we can't even consider affording doing an upgrade to the house, having a holiday, and then maybe like buying a new thing, so like a washing machine, or or maybe even both going in on a new car together. No way that could happen. Yeah. Like, that's not even like even close to a consideration. We can do one of those, and it might take 2 years. So it's nuts how it all works nowadays. But and do you know what? Maybe this could be my grind my gears segment for this podcast, because I think that could be a good thing to do. What do you know what really pisses me off? You know, when you start talking about something like that, and someone goes, "Well, just think about all them people who are way worse off than you, and be glad you're not one of them." Does that not piss you off when someone says that? Because it's like, more than one thing can be bad. Like, it's okay to complain. It's like someone crying, bawling their eyes out, "Oh, I just got raped," and then someone was like, "Ah, yeah, but that person got raped and beaten up, so why don't you shut up?" Stop it! It's like, those things are both awful. Oh god! Do you know anyone who is too positive like that?
No, to be honest, no. Everybody I know in my life are cunts.
They all agree. They're all like, life's hell. What, is your nana not like that or anything?
No, she's not like overly positive or anything. She's just, she's just cheery.
Because normally I notice it's normally people who are like our parents' age. Kind of, I guess the age bracket would be maybe late 40s to early 60s is kind of what I'm thinking is the age bracket for it. My mum is kind of like that, and it's always, I guess, the two-pronged annoyances That's not fucking helpful. And also, it's not helpful. You're wrong. That's really annoying. But I don't want to be too mad at you, because I know you are trying to help. You've got, like, good intentions. But somehow that's more annoying. I don't know. But anyway, I think this is a good time to mention that there's no podcast next week. Oh fuck, I forgot to hit record. That's fine, I'll do something about it. I forgot to actually start recording this podcast, but it's okay. I should be able to figure it out. Okay. What the hell? How did that happen?
We all love and forgive you. So it's okay.
It's just streaming to YouTube apparently, right? Well, YouTube and Kick, I suppose. No podcast next week, as I am in Poland, Judd.
Oh my god, you're gonna go join the war. I knew it.
No. What war? There's no war in Poland.
The Polish War, yeah.
The Polish War. No, but I am gonna be going to Auschwitz at some point.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know. So there'll be Auschwitz talk in a couple weeks. So make sure to follow the podcast. And a bunch of Poland, Krakow talk. I don't really know what to expect. Again, what happens most of the time nowadays is I'll have something. I'll be so busy and have so many things booked in that I can't think about the next thing until it's happening. So the last thing I was thinking about was trying to enjoy my week off, which was last week. And there's like a week of normal, and then I'm going to Poland. So all of the like booking stuff and trip decisions and all that sort of thing, my mum's been doing, and she's been telling me about it, and I've just kind of been ignoring it all because I'm like, it's fine. I'll just do whatever. I'm happy to do whatever they want to do. So it's going to be a bit of a surprise to me. She's sent me a bunch of stuff to look at, and I should know what we're doing, but I don't really. I think the only three things that I've kind of remembered is Auschwitz, because I didn't massively want to do that, but then there's like some natural springs or something we're going to. I didn't think they were in Poland. I thought they were just in like volcanic countries, but I don't know. And then I know my sister wants to go to a bunny cafe. What do you think about all these? Because we see cat cafes more, don't we? What do you think?
I got lewd thoughts when I heard bunny cafe.
Did you think bunny girls? Is that what you were thinking?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my god, Alana, what the fuck?
No, you don't. I thought you were more of a clown girl, man. Anyway, Judd.
I'm not a clown. I'm not a clown girl. I'll have a bit of clown girl, but I'm not specifically a clown girl, man.
I recently learnt the term clussy.
How have you only recently learnt that? Because that's because
we were having a discussion about clown girls the other day, so like, let me just do a little Googling right here, and I learnt that.
It was like I don't want to say like a huge thing. It's not like everybody in the world had like clown pussy fever, but like it was like a big meme for like a long time. Was pussy
fever?
Yeah.
I do remember that actually. Looking back on it, because it's when everyone started just adding like random letters to the start of ussy to mean certain things. Like, for example, you might say like elefussy. For an elephant. I don't know why I thought of elephants.
But you know what's also awful? It's like I immediately knew what you were referring to. I was like, oh, that's an elephant's pussy. And I hated that I just knew. So,
what's a really weird one that you think that you could think of? Because I'm thinking trampolusy.
It's like a trampoline pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard snussy before, which was in reference to snake pussy. So I don't know.
maybe it sounds like we're old men, like just learning about this meme. Yeah. Maybe we should bring that one back. Is there any memes from back in like more? Maybe not the most classic memes. I'm not thinking like Rage comic stuff, but I'm thinking like maybe pre-2018 or something like that? Any memes from before then that you think should be brought back?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I kind of struggle to remember like when memes were.
Yeah,
Memes off. I don't know. 2017.
I'm gonna go to 2015. Memes of 2015. Don't click on
2017
BuzzFeed.
is actually 2017 is actually kind of like a gold mine for memes, to be honest. You had the distracted boyfriend in 2017.
But that was
You
a
got the mocking
resurgence, though.
SpongeBob.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. This is the future that liberals want. That's from 2017.
2015's got the Drake one of where he's like, no, and then pointing to the other one. That one's used a lot still. Netflix and chill was one of the first, like, it was one of the first times people, like, said that phrase.
What a time to be alive.
I don't know. Do you remember when we were in 2018 and it was almost a bit of a meme of like, oh, this is such a shit year? Do you remember that? Remember when years like 2018 were bad years?
Yeah, no, I don't actually remember that, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, God, yeah, it was. And nowadays, I look back on 2018 and think, good Lord, I wish I was in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Ever since this fucking COVID...
Yeah. Ever since
really
the
has
plague
ruined
came and
everything.
rolled into town.
Yeah. Well, I'm also now realising that my camera's all fucked. I don't know what's happening here. But that's fine. Don't worry about it. What have you been up to then, Judd, on your day off?
Oh, God, fuck all. I'll be honest with you, I got straight in and fell asleep. So
Really?
Yeah, I fell straight asleep. I think I set off from town about 1:00, and I got in at like 2:10. So I was shattered. I just went straight to bed. So I've not been doing it.
You've been having a massive nap? Is that what you've been doing all day?
Yeah, I just had a big nap, and then my alarm went off to let me know it was podcast time, and then I came down, and now we're doing a podcast.
I'm glad you at least set the alarm, because that sometimes doesn't happen. Isn't even when I picked you up for your birthday, you were asleep?
I am just asleep all the time, aren't I?
It feels like I am as well. I don't know what's happening, but I've not been sleeping right since I had my week off, because I would kind of go to bed maybe 2:30 in the morning, wake up 10:30 to 11, somewhere around that. And some days I might have a nap, but not. That was only maybe 1 or 2 days, maybe. But I don't know what's happened, but I think I'm going to blame work, because I had to go into the office on the first Monday back. And I had, because normally I don't have to, and it means I had to wake up early to be able to drive all the way there. And there was no reason for me to be in, which were really annoying. And then I was there a while and had to drive home. I had to drop a laptop off on the way back. By the time I got home, it was like 4:00 or something. So I needed to sleep, because I was absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
Because I was staying up while like 3 a.m. because, 2. I went to bed just before 2, I think, on that day. Anyway, and so I went to bed, but then I woke up like a bit later, like, what? And I think my body kind of thought it must be about 11 a.m. because I was used to going to bed so late and waking up at about that time. So that night, I could not sleep. I could not get to bed. I think I went to sleep at like 20 to 5 in the morning by the end of it. I just couldn't sleep at all. And I had to wake up for normal work time, and I was exhausted. Tried to have a nap later and things like that. And then the other problem I had, and that's been persistent, I've just not been able to I've not been able to go to bed while like 4 a.m. now, and I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
But the other problem I had on my day off was fucking dogs again, Judd. I fucking hate dogs.
Oh, no.
Because we haven't even got a dog at least right now, Mrs. looking into it. But we haven't got a dog. I'm still getting woken up by a dog because next door's dog. I don't know why. I don't know why he started doing this, but I think it's when the neighbour goes out, he keeps like howling and barking, and it's like 8 a.m. every day. So on my day off on Wednesday, when like I couldn't get to sleep while 4:30 in the morning, and I'm thinking, well, it's all right because I've got a day off tomorrow, so I'll catch up. I'll have a lie in. No, 8 a.m. and didn't stop while about 5 p.m. And it's like I don't want to have a big nap somewhere around that time anyway, because it's wasting my day off. It's not fair. Yeah. Plus, I had to go to badminton with my mum. I do badminton with my mum on Wednesdays now. Did I say that? I don't know. We're going to badminton. What? What's that face? I see that face. What are you doing that face for?
It just looks like, I don't know. It just looks such a middle class British thing, isn't it? It's like, I do badminton with my mother.
It's not very middle class if you look at where we do. We do it at well, I don't want to say where it is, but we do it at the local sports centre. It's not. We've been before. It's where we used to go to the skate park on his mountain bike, so Dad would be able to get us out of the house for once. So it's not exactly like some flashy. It's not like doing it at Centre Parks or something like that. It looks like a school sports hall. No, it's quite fun actually because it's one of the things that has happened to me as I've been growing up was my mum kind of said, like, if you don't want me to come with you somewhere, it's fine, I understand. And I'm like, well, I like my mum, so I like hanging out with my mum. She's nice, so I don't really give a shit if people find it weird for me to want to hang out with her because she's interested. There's barely anyone that's similar to me. I'm a fucking weirdo. So, my mum's more similar to me than most people, and I like that. So, I don't know. I don't think about that at all anymore. And it's nice to have a parent who wants to do stuff with you, and appreciates you and thinks you're interesting. Anyway, when are you next seeing Dad? Sorry.
Probably next Sunday, to be honest.
I don't know if Dad's going to want to do anything for my birthday. I thought it could be really funny to go to Estibolo again. to go to the place with unlimited meats, because where he's essentially vegan girlfriend can't eat anything anymore. But I could make him go to Five Guys. That'd be funny.
Nice.
How far do you think we could push that? Because there's no way we could say, let's go into Middle at Peak District and eat raw liver for my birthday meal. They're not going to do that. You know what I mean? But how far do you reckon I could push the birthday meal obligation with them?
I honestly don't think it could be that far because, like, I said as a joke, we used to go to like a place called Flaming Dragon, which was like this all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, which I used to love. I thought it was awesome. It was awesome. Fuck you. I love.
It was cheap. Yeah. It was like they say, cheap and cheerful, don't they? Is the phrase.
Yeah, so but I think was it like 15 quid per person, and it was just like an all-you-can-eat Chinese, which is really good when you think about it.
I think it was £15 per person, but like 10 for kids or something like that. It was less for kids.
Cause as a joke, I was like, "Oh, should we? For my birthday, should we get to Flaming Dragon?" And immediately that idea was shut down. So no, I don't think you could get very far with it.
Well, it was mostly because Flaming Dragon shut down. Because I honestly think if it was still there, they would have probably gone.
Yeah, fair enough.
There would have been more vegetarian options.
Didn't the owner get arrested for something? It weren't like murder, was it?
No, it was like. I think it was fiddling some sort of money related thing.
Oh, good. But all right, well, good. That's all right.
You were glad I said money then, weren't you?
No.
Yeah, I think they were messing with the money of the place. Sorry, I'm just futzing around with my camera to try and fix it. I don't know what's wrong with it. But yeah, it shut down for that. But I looked it up, and there's only there's one left because it was a chain. But it's in Wales. So, yeah.
Here we go. Should we like do a road trip one time just to go to the only remaining flaming dragon?
No,
I think we should do it. Yeah. Why not? Why don't we drive down to Wales to go to the only remaining flaming dragon? That'd be awesome. That'd be great. Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. I am not interested in this. I don't know. I was thinking like the worst bit for pushing the boat out on that would be price, because currently, somehow we still get away with not paying for a meal when we go out with our dad. Now, when I go out with my mum, it's like it's way less awkward about that, because she actively wants to pay and like doesn't mind. Whereas when we go out with Dad, it always feels a bit like I think he actually wants us to pay, really, but he don't actually like force us to.
I know, but like the thing is I'd pay for meals when we go out. Like, you know, I'm always ready to pay. So but, you know,
I kind of think the same thing. I kind of think like I would pay if I have to, but if you're gonna pay, I'm definitely not gonna turn that down. Yeah. Like, if there's a way where you will pay for me here, I will happily accept that. But if you refuse to, I don't mind, and I will pay. That's kind of what I think as well. Yeah. But it's I don't know, because I was thinking, what about have you ever been to Miller and Carter? Did I mention Miller and Carter recently?
God, I don't. I'm not sure.
It's essentially like it's a chain. It's a chain thing, but it's like fancy for a chain thing. So it's like a steak restaurant, but it's a chain.
I think maybe you did talk about this.
If you can Google it. It's there's one in the closer cities. I think there's one in Leeds and in Sheffield, which are both kind of close to us. So I thought that could be kind of cool, you know. We could go to Miller and Carter, and that'd still be funny because it's a steak restaurant, and we've got the vegetarian with us. But the vegetarian options are quite good there, actually, as well. Because they don't just do steaks. Like, they've got like a non-steak menu. But the problem is, let me look at the menu on here. It's what rare treat menu, Mother's Day, gluten-free. A la carte? Is that... What does a la carte mean? Just a normal menu. just how much is a steak? Just tell me. He doesn't even have the prices on this fucking thing. It's a lot of money, basically. It's like 40 quid for a steak. So it's like it's a lot. It's not cheap, but that's not like terrible. So far as a lot of steaks go, like most steaks that we're used to buying would maybe be about 22, 24, but that's at like a Wetherspoons, you know, that's at like a pub. So they're going to be the cheapest steaks that you can get. Whereas Miller and Carter's obviously more, but I don't know. I think that could be. There's no way we can make them go to Laser Quest like back in the day.
No, we could definitely do that.
Do you think they actually would?
They'd happily go to Laser Quest. They'd take any excuse to shoot children. They'd love that.
Okay, just in general, not even.
Yeah.
You've been watching any movies or TV lately, Judd?
We're still just making us way through True Detective. We're nearly finished with what season are we on? Season 3. It's been a lot slower than the others this season, but it's good. It's getting good. It's one episode to the end of the season, but it's getting good. So,
right. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I would want to watch that one.
It is pretty good. I would really recommend it. It is a really good show.
Yeah, but you remember what I told you about it, didn't you? So I can't, because the teacher I hated in media class really liked it, so I'm not allowed to like it. It's one of those scenarios.
Out of spite towards that one teacher, you won't like it now, yeah?
Yeah. I watched The Pick of Destiny.
Oh, nice. What did you think? Do you think it's the best movie in the world ever?
No, neither do you by your score. You think it's up there.
No, I don't.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. I thought it was like a definitely plenty amusing kind of unique comedy adventure. I didn't think it. I wouldn't like. I'm not about to go and tell Jasmine, "Oh, you've got to watch this. It's hilarious," because she wouldn't like it.
No,
but I'm not about to tell my mum to watch it. It's not for everyone. But I liked it a lot. I gave it a 68 out of 100, which I think is very reasonable. Bearing in mind that the overall score is 69 out of 100 based off of your score, mine, and the critics and everything. So
the critics did not like this movie, which is like, I don't know. Come on, it's not terrible, is it?
It's definitely not terrible.
It's just Jack Black and Kyle Gass being fucking goofy. Like it's
it's got like a lot of it's got Wayne's World energy to it. Like Wayne's World, I bet they rate a lot more than that. So it's, let me just look Wayne's World up. So Wayne's World critics gave 78, so they liked it. IMDb 70, but Pick of Destiny. What did they give that? 52 and 68. So like, I guess they didn't hate it a lot more, but I don't know. I guess that tracks, because I would say that Wayne's World is better than Pick of Destiny. And I guess they liked Wayne's World more than Pick of Destiny, but not that much more. Yeah, it's okay, it's good.
I think the fucking hacks. I think they're hacks and they don't understand what pure art and genius is what I think.
Dude, you rated Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends 86.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I did.
You also rated the 1985, I think, 1981... I was going to say movie, but it's not. Acid Trip is probably the better description. Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal's awesome as well.
I give it 67. Now that I'm thinking about it, it does not deserve 67.
What, Heavy Metal?
Yeah. I did like it, but I think I'm maybe going to put that at a 64. It's
a hard one.
Heavy Metal. That movie is just. It's just like.
Yeah.
I get it a lot. I kind of get it in a lot of ways, but we've not even really. You have to kind of describe it, except you can't. So
you can't describe Heavy Metal to like. It's I think it's the worst movie in the world to try and talk about on a podcast, because it's like, where the fuck do you even start with that with that movie?
I guess it's almost like a compilation, and it is in a way, because when I looked it up, it's like got like 20-something directors. It's got loads of directors, and is it all animated?
Yeah, I think it's all animated,
but it's not all animated in the same style necessarily.
No, I think it's slightly different from like not episode, but like it's so hard to describe this movie.
And it's seemingly like massively disjointed. Like something will like happen, but then like just it'll instantly, and they'll not finish that story really necessarily, and just another thing will start happening, and then like bits of some of each of them are connected after a bit, but not really, and not all of them. And it's still questionable whether they are. That's such a strange film. That's why I can't. I found it funny because of some of the shit that was going down in it, and just how random it was. Like, you know, when people try and be LOL-XD random, they aren't really, and it's cringy. That's true random. That's true. Oh god, what a fucking film. I don't know. It's weird. I guess I did like it, but it's I even question if I liked it, is the thing. Oh dear. I'm actually running out of seasons to watch, because I tried to start Hyperdrive, which is the one that your mum was in as Nick Frost.
It sure is.
It's just hard to find. It's really, so no one gives a shit about it so much that I can't really find it anywhere.
I actually really did like that show as well. Like, I didn't, I've never been one to just be into stuff because family members are in it. But like, I really liked Hyperdrive. I thought it was really funny, but it just nobody. Yeah, like you're saying, nobody cared for it. Nobody cared for fucking Hyperdrive. So
it says watch it on Netflix, but obviously as soon as you click on it, it's because the annoying thing is there's a show called Hyperdrive as well, another show that's about like street racers. So it's
okay.
It's hard to find because Hyperdrive Season 1 is on Amazon Prime. You can buy it. I think there's only one season, probably. Probably.
I think so. I think there's only 1 or 2 seasons. There definitely wasn't more than 2.
Let me see. Oh, 2 seasons. 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So you can get season... Oh, okay. You can get it on Amazon, but... I guess it's on Amazon Prime as well. I ain't got Prime anymore, but I don't know. It's just been hard to find. I think I want to watch that. But I think the only other 2 that I've got. Well, I've got 3 other seasons. There's Invincible season 2, and I'm not starting that because it's not actually come out. It's just half come out, which is bullshit. And then another one is that 2019 Christmas Carol, the kind of like dark Christmas Carol thing that you want about.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to watch that now. I'm got to save that for Christmas time.
Well, that's fair, yeah.
So I guess the other last thing is Good Omens.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be my next one. I don't know if I've watched enough of this to put it on, but I tried watching SAS Who Dares Wins.
Oh yeah, that? Okay. Well, no, I've not watched it, but again, this is another thing that one of my family members is in because my uncle narrates it. So...
Does he?
Yeah.
Is that his voice? I didn't even recognise it.
Yeah, that's
God.
Sean.
I didn't even realise that. I wanted to watch it because essentially it sounded like a good way to watch Matt Hancock get tortured.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Some of the shit that they do in that show is fucking extreme. It really is. They fucking tear gas them. One of the tasks: walk into a room full of tear gas and take your fucking mask off. And like that, and then they had to like find something or other to get out. I was playing Minecraft at the same time, wasn't fully listening, but it was. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. So I guess in that aspect, it did live up to what I wanted. But the bit that, like, after 2 or 3 episodes, I've stopped watching it because it's a bit too heavy. Like, it's not enjoyable. It's like it's like they do horrific things to these people that I find that amusing in a certain way. But then a lot of it's about, like, I don't know, respect for soldiers who have to do this and like the reasons why they do it and that. Which, don't get me wrong, I fully agree. Like, yeah, but it don't make for enjoyable watching because it's like then you're just thinking about the awful shit that these like the people who deserve better have to deal with and like the horrible elements of war. It's like I don't want to have to think about that. I'm not going to volunteer to watch something that's all about that. So it's it's all right. I can see the appeal. Did you ever watch that one that's it was like the where they're like on the run? What's that one called?
Oh, is it called like Manhunt or something?
I don't think it's that. Sure. Channel 4 People on the Run show. What's it called? Hunted. That's the one.
Yeah.
Did you watch that one? Hunted.
No, I never watched any of them, to be honest.
Hunted was all right. I just feel like the weird thing with that one is I feel like it'd be very easy. Because when you set, like you're gonna be told. I think at the start they get told like a time window when they're gonna start being hunted. So you know you might have to take 2 or 3 weeks off work, and any time within then, it'll start. So you prepare, you get your stuff ready, and you just get it and fuck off into a cave for ages and just stay there, you know, until the time's up. But so it just
I don't know if it's that easy. You just fuck off into a cave.
Well, what are they going to do? What are they going to look in the entire country?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the point, isn't it?
There's only like 2 or 3 days that they've got to get them. You could hide in the middle of nowhere for 2 or 3 days pretty easily. But the problem with it is that it's not just that. There's an objective, like, at the end of it. There's, like, a couple tasks, I think. The main one that's the actual problem is, at the end, they've got to get somewhere. So either they've got to get on this boat or get on this plane or something like that.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is the people who are hunting them can just be there.
Yeah, just waiting at the thing. Yeah,
just wait at the plane or the boat. So it kind of that put me off that, because it's like, for a start, the people who are on the run could make it really easy for themselves if they weren't fucking idiots, and the people who capture them they get to tell them where to go at the end anyway. So what's the point? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Do you ever think you would watch? I've talked to you about this before, and I don't know. I feel like more people should like it. X on the Beach.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't watch X on the Beach, but I know you have watched X on the Beach.
So good. you know these people who would go on Love Island or something like that.
Yeah,
they are. You know, you can't argue. Most of them nice to look at, quite sexy looking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's same thing with X on the Beach. But they're horrible. You wouldn't ever want to actually be around them. In fact, you'd love to see them suffer. So, on X on the Beach, you get to look at these people having a terrible time. it's great.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
The reason I say X on the Beach rather than Love Island, though, is on Love Island, they're not allowed to smoke or drink. Or in fact, I think they get like 2 drinks, maybe. If they're having a party or something like that on Love Island. And on Love Island, it's about kind of couples and them being in couples and things like that. And on X on the Beach, it's about fucking their lives up by introducing their exes thrown in there. It's just, I don't know, it's just good shit, good drama. But The Traitors as well is another one that you won't watch that's really good. I want more people to talk about with The Traitors. And did you say your nan watches it or not?
My nan and granddad watch it. They both love it. They love
the
Traitors
with them, Judd. Do you think you're just not interested in any reality, really?
I'm just not. I've never really been interested in any reality TV shows. They actually They actively get me quite angry if I'm being honest.
Do you think you could come up with like a concept for a reality TV show that you would like, even if you know that like TV networks would never actually put that on? But
yeah, people yearly should be allowed to vote on who's the most like annoying bastard of a celebrity, and then at the end of the year, the government like rounds up all of these people that have been voted on, so like, you know, the majority, and they take them to a big maze and they fill it up with like weapons and stuff, and they force these celebrities to kill each other on live TV. That I think I'd watch. I'd watch that.
That kind of reminds me a bit of, weren't there like an old Newgrounds game that were a bit like that?
Don't know.
I'm sure it were like. Was it called Celebrity Deathmatch?
Maybe. I don't know.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Celebrity Deathmatch. Oh, actually, I think it's a TV show that I'm thinking of. Celebrity Deathmatch video game. Is this what I'm thinking of? What is it? Oh, no, this is just a video game based off the movie, off the TV show. So MTV apparently put on a TV show. Yeah, this is what I was remembering, actually. They put on a TV show that it was almost like you know Robot Chicken, don't you?
Yeah.
It almost looks a bit like Robot Chicken. I think it was actually claymation, and they just put like celebrities against each other, and they just like killed each other in a boxing ring in ridiculous ways. And that was like an MTV show. I wonder if it must be on YouTube. But it was like American well-known celebrities from the late 90s, early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
Who was on it? Celebrity Deathmatch. So the first one that comes up is Mariah Carey versus Jim Carrey.
Oh, yes.
And it's almost like epic rap battles before that, except they actually try and kill each other. I'm going to have this one going on in the background while we're muted, just so I can see what type of thing it was to remind me. But this is the type of shit that we would have come up with as kids. We would have loved like a show like do you remember when we were at Dad's and we would both have as beds across room from each other, and we'd like stay up while like fucking 3 a.m. or whatever and watch Babe Station and etc. This is the type of show that if it were on at that sort of time, we would have fucking loved it and we would have stayed up for it, I think.
Yeah.
What celebrities would you want to put in your deathmatch maze
in my death
reality
maze,
show?
in my death
maze. Your death maze.
Oh God! So James Corden would be in.
Sorry, I know I'm interrupting straight away. I don't know why Mariah Carey's black in this deathmatch. By the way, she looks like she's like a bit black. I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but anyway, carry on.
So James Corden would be in. Like,
James Corden's
immediately.
Your first thought? Okay, I didn't think it'd be your first thought, but okay. What do you not like about James Corden?
He's just a fucking fat cunt.
Well, so are you. The way we are.
Well, no. But that's it's not necessarily the fat part of that angers me so much. It's more of the cunt part, to be honest. But
what makes him a cunt? I don't think he's that bad.
He's just like an asshole. Like he'll just like go to places and like be a dick and like. You know, he flaunt the fact that he's a celebrity, but most people don't like him in whatever he's in. You know, it's just one of those.
I liked him in Doctor Who.
So you know what? Funnily enough, that is probably what he was best in. Yeah. Who else would be in? Well,
surely Elon Musk could be in there for you. You hate Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk could be going in. Yeah. And. Oh, I had one, but then I got busy talking about fucking the first one, and now I don't know. You rattle some off.
Celebrities that I hate that I would want to put in the celebrity death maze. It'd be. Do you know? It'd potentially Kanye. Some of these artists, you know, did you see the news of Aidan Ross recently? Do you know who Aidan Ross is?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Biggest kick streamer, one of the biggest streamers. He's had two rappers on his stream recently. 21 Savage and Playboi Carti. Both of which have tried to be massive scumbags and scam him out of millions of dollars. So essentially, what happened was 21 Savage, they're both into gambling, Aidan Ross and him. So they were doing a bunch of gambling, and at one point, one of the things they were doing was it's called High Card. I guess you might know. You've done more gambling than me. They spread out all the cards from a deck of cards on the floor, and whoever picks up the highest card wins. And that's it. It's as simple as you can get. So during the stream, so at this point, 21 Savage was already like down 300k. Or something like that to Aidan Ross. But he managed to win back something ridiculous like 250k of this in like high card, which is insane. Yeah. You can't, that's impossible. Yeah. You can't do that. And it's because he'd marked the cards.
Oh, had he? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
nice.
And Aiden Ross found out on stream while they were still there, and it was really fucking awkward. And luckily, like, Aiden got paid the money that he was owed and things like that, and it pretty much got sorted. But within a few days, the same guy asked, tried to get Playboy Carti on his stream. Aiden got Playboy Carti on his stream, and he had to pay Playboy Carti to be on his stream, and he was coming straight from the Grammys, basically. And allegedly, the amount that he was going to be paying him was $2 million plus a Ferrari.
Oh my God.
Which, probably not true, let's be honest. It's not going to be that much. I think he was exaggerating to seem cool. But essentially, at one point, it was... So Aiden Ross is sitting around for ages on stream, and this guy's not even turning up. And eventually, one of his team comes in, and there's some discussion, and then he's like, I got a big bag of money, just bring him in, you know? And eventually this guy decides to come in, but he wanted, entrance music.
What the fuck?
I know, and so he kind of just danced around to some music for a bit, 10 minutes, then wouldn't sit down. He wouldn't sit down, he told Aiden Ross to stand up, so he was like, okay. He stood up, and then he's like, so, what was the Grammys like? And he just didn't fucking say anything! He wouldn't say anything! And eventually he was just like, oh yeah, I love you all, new music coming out soon. And pissed off. Total of 6 minutes he was on stream, I think.
What a fucking weirdo.
So, turns out he didn't get paid $2 million total, but he got paid a lot. He got paid probably hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. So my whole point of telling you that is people like 21 Savage and Playboy Carti. I fucking hate people like that. These scummy, shitty rappers who you could barely even call them that with the type of music that they make. It's fucking awful. I hate those sorts of any of them. Put any of them in there.
That's fair.
You got any more? You got any more, Judd?
I don't know. I was a bit too engrossed in your story. I weren't thinking of any. I don't know. Who the fuck was it that I was thinking of and then forgot? Jake, tell me, who was I thinking of?
I can't, but I could tell you. How many people would you think is a reasonable amount to go in the death maze? About 20?
Yeah, 20's a good amount, I think.
I've pulled up a list for you of the 20 most hated celebrities of 2023. So, essentially, this would be your cast for your game show 2024.
Yeah. Celebrity Death Maze 2024.
Yeah. Brought to you by Streams Badly. Live on the Streams Badly YouTube and Kick channel. So, we're starting off with a weird one. Woody Allen. Apparently, he's number 20th.
Yeah, Woody Allen's a piece of shit. Woody Allen's always been a piece. Yeah, no, he can definitely go in the fuck.
I just don't really know who he is.
Is it Woody Allen that? Hold on, let me. Woody. Or am I thinking of? Am I thinking of somebody else?
He's an American filmmaker, actor, and comedian.
Oh no, I'm thinking of somebody else. But I think he is a bit of a creep.
Right?
Did he? I think he abused a young girl or something. I don't know. I'll not talk too much on that because I'm actually not sure on what happened. But
apparently he's number 63 of 140 on the funniest Jewish comedians of all time, and apparently he's number 554 of 574 on best actors in film history. But to be fair, he's in the top 600.
Yeah.
How many are there in film history? Who knows?
I don't know. God, who the fuck was I just thinking of? Because that's someone who definitely Andy Dick. Andy Dick needs to go in the death maze.
And I don't know who that is either.
Throw Andy Dick in the fucking celebrity death maze. He needs to. Yeah.
What's he known for?
He's God, what's Andy Dick been in? Andy Dick.
Latest thing I can see is Division 3, football's finest.
He was on the Andy Dick show. Yeah, whatever that was that you just said. Employee of the month in the army now. The Ben Stiller show. He's been in stuff. He's not he's not like he. I think he was more of like a bigger celebrity in like the 90s.
Yeah.
I think was his sort of era. And I think he was on SNL as well.
Right.
But yeah, he's a fucking cock end. He's like he's really like touchy. He's harassing people all the time. He's a fucking dickhead. Like
Was you like that when you met him?
When I met him, like personally, yeah.
Because it sounds like it from how you're talking about him.
No, I've watched videos on how much of a piece of shit he is. So it's like, he belongs in the death maze. The death maze was made for people like Andy Dick.
Maybe, do you know what? People like, maybe him and like the other ones you said. So the ones in this list, you know, of the most hated every year would be the contestants who go into it. Maybe the ones you're mentioning could be like regular fixtures who are like, part of a scenery that are like being tortured or something like that, you know. They could be like the Minotaur in the old legend, you know what I mean?
But obviously, you gotta escape the Andy Dick.
The celebrities each year could like fuck him up, you know. So he's always there, getting tortured every season. Okay, so number 19 is Kylie Jenner, which would be very fun to see in Celebrity Death Maze, I think.
Yeah, I suppose. I personally don't have anything wrong with Kylie Jenner, but
she's one of them where like I don't like her, but
yeah,
I not got bad opinion on her that much, you know.
Yeah.
Number 18, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I don't know if I hate Mark Zuckerberg a whole lot. Like, I just think he's fucking weird. It's like I just think he's a weirdo, like, you know. But I don't like hate him or anything.
I hate him as much as the next billionaire. You know, he's like, I don't
like,
really like billionaires much at all. But you know, I don't hate him more than that. Yeah. Here's a good one that I would love to see fucked up in Celebrity Death Maze. 6ix9ine. Is it Takeshi 6ix9ine? Is that what he's called?
Yeah, Takeshi 6ix9ine. Yeah.
He in 2023 somehow, I thought he'd fallen off and become irrelevant, but he's number 17 most hated.
Was 6ix9ine the guy who ratted on it a bunch of people, or was that somebody else?
Or was that.
It was
definitely 6ix9ine. I think that he gets hate for ratting on people who he was like gang members with, and I think he got a lot more hate for that than I would have expected compared to people who have literally like, you know, nonced kids. It's like what? It seems like Takeshi 6ix9ine got more hate for that than like Prince Andrew. You know, like what he actually did was help the police with useful information. Is what he did. Like, come on, it's not like he was ratting on like saints and like bad guys were taking him out or something. He was ratting on actual fucking criminals and murderers. It's like actually kind of a good thing to do. It's like fucking hell. I don't think it was that bad. In fact, I don't think it was bad what he did. I think he did a good thing. I think it's ridiculous. Criminals should go to prison. What a hot take, for fuck's sake.
That is a hot take. That I don't know if you can be saying that on the internet. I don't know if you can be saying things like that on the internet.
Oddly, number 16 is Kris Jenner. So you'd have a mother-daughter duo in there, I think.
You would,
I think that's right, isn't it? Kris Jenner more hated than Kylie Jenner. But why are these people on here? Like, is there not more people to hate than this? What about Epstein? You know, it's like, what are we doing?
Could go on there. I mean,
maybe he's further up.
You know, it's. I like, you know, Ian Watkins can definitely go in the Celebrity Death Maze, but like,
I think he should probably be in prison rather than the Celebrity Death Maze. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. It depends how bad the Celebrity Death Maze is, really. You know, whichever's worse.
Yeah. Chrissy Teigen. Do you know who that is? She's an American model, television personality, and author who made a debut in the annual Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition in 2010, alongside Nina Agdal. Oh, that's Logan Paul's fiance, I think, and Lily Aldridge. She's some model or some shit. I don't know. Like, that is a true. I have no opinion on this woman at all. I don't think I've ever thought of her. So sure, put her in the death maze anyway. I don't care.
She can just go in, I guess.
There'd be a clan of Kardashians apparently, because Kim Kardashian's 14th. Did something happen in 2023 that made people hate Kardashians more than usual?
No. I don't know. Like, I can't think of anything. Maybe they're just like always up there because it's just like, oh, you know, the Kardashians. What the fuck have they ever done to be famous? But
yeah, it's not wrong.
I don't know.
Kanye is just above Kim, which
that makes sense.
I understand, but if you were to say who you actually dislike more out of Kanye West or Kim Kardashian, it's a bit difficult, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to say. I don't know. I don't think like either of those really belong in the death maze. To be honest, not yet. Not yet. I feel like they could both do something. I feel like both of them are both capable of something to which I'd be like, yeah, no, now you belong in the death maze.
They both probably have. We just don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one that I think a lot of people would agree with. Jake Paul is number 12.
Yeah.
So
Jake Paul can go in the death maze, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Travis Scott, he was 11 because he had the whole thing. It was probably 2023 where he had that whole thing where people died at his concert from getting smushed or something up against a wall.
That whole dang thing.
And he just didn't fucking care, really.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever mentioned it, so far as I know. He might have. I've not a clue.
He has talked about it. He has. Yeah.
People seem to forget about it pretty quickly when he released his next album.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Brown's made it. Someone who I didn't think was that relevant.
I think he did something in 2023. I don't know.
Well, he's most known for domestic abusing Rihanna, isn't he? Like that was the thing that happened back when I was in high school. But he's since made a bit of a comeback, I think. I don't know what he's done recently, but sure. Oh, there you go, number 9, James Corden.
Yeah, told you.
I do know a lot of people don't like him.
Put him in the death maze.
Put him in the death maze. Why not? He's not going to last long in the death maze, is he?
No,
James Corden is quite likely to be the first person to die in the death maze. Maybe Woody Allen, he's quite old.
However, James Corden had died in the death maze would be hilarious. Like I can just imagine it now. Like
he's got that Augustus Gloop type beat, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's Augustus Gloop. Fucking like yeah.
We got another James in at number 8, Judd. James Charles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, again, it's like, when's the last time you heard anything about James Charles? Maybe we're just really out of touch. I don't really know why most of these people are like on the list of most hated celebrities. And Jake Paul, I understand from stuff I've followed. I don't know. I guess, but James Charles, sure. Maybe it's a case of everyone's such a cunt nowadays. They just like hard to pick. You know, they just kind of pick at random. Maybe. Here's someone who I've not a clue. Well, I guess I've just read who she is. Hilaria Thomas.
Okay, not a clue.
The
no
wife
idea who that
of
is.
Alec Baldwin.
Why not Alec Baldwin specifically? Like,
it's funny, on all the other entries on this, it gives like a paragraph about who they are and some other lists that they've been on. For her, it just says no other lists. It just says Hillary Thomas is the wife of actor Alex Baldwin. That's it.
I would have got like Alec Baldwin being on the list because he accidentally shot that guy, didn't he, or girl, or whoever it was. So I would have thought, but I didn't like his wife. That's weird.
Sorry, I've just seen that there's a list on this website called Celebrities Nobody Cares About Anymore. There's something funny about that. Which is ironic because this next guy is number 22 on that list, yet he's number 6 on most hated. So they obviously care about him, don't they? Bill Cosby. I think he's dead.
Makes sense.
Is he dead?
Is he dead? I don't know.
Bill Cosby still alive? Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 86.
Oh my god! Wow.
I think that must take over from James Corden as the most likely to die in Celebrity Deathmatch, surely.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you not? Well, I don't know. That being said, do you not think he'd like pull something out of the bag? Do you not think he'd just be like, he'd show
No.
up right at the end when nobody expected, like, hey?
No,
It's
he's
me.
fat and old, and his eyes are all over the place. He probably can't even see right.
It's me with the killing and the stabbing and the
And the honker probably. No, he'd just try and grab he'd just try and grab Kim Kardashian's ass, and she'd like stab him in the neck with a spear.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Ellen DeGeneres, which is really funny because I reckon until not too long ago, people wouldn't have put her that high.
When did all that happen? When it like came out that she was like a piece of shit?
I feel like it was before 2023, surely. I'm pretty sure it must have been like 2021, something like that. Maybe before that. Maybe it was ages ago. It's really hard to pin things down nowadays, isn't it? It's always like it's always like, well, was it before COVID? Like you always think that. It's like
I thought it was. I thought it was before COVID that people found out she was a cunt.
When did
people? I'm not.
When did people find out about Ellen? 2020.
Okay, yeah.
So, and she stepped down from her show, didn't she? So it's like someone else hosts her show. It's just, what? That's so weird. Sure, I think she'd do quite well, though.
You think she'd do well
James
in
Corden? She'd beat James Corden and Bill Cosby, definitely. She's 125 out of 227 in the most trustworthy celebrities in the world.
Oh, well, that's a bit. I
don't
know about
fucking
that.
know what's going on here. Number 4, this is very topical and makes sense for recently. Amber Heard.
Yeah, she belongs to the Death Maze, definitely.
She'd do well, I think. I think currently, most likely to win out of this is Mark Zuckerberg or maybe Jake Paul, Travis Scott. Chris Brown actually could win, I think. One of those.
I'm thinking, so for me, out of everybody just listed, then I'd say it's between Jake Paul and Chris Brown.
Yeah, could be. I mean, have you seen Mark Zuckerberg? He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He knows what he's doing. But he's quite small.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like Mark's... I don't know. I was going to say...
And it's not like we're talking MMA or hand-to-hand combat here.
Yeah.
There's going to be, like, weapons about and shit, isn't there? Like, Hunger Games style, essentially.
Yeah.
But specifically, it's a maze, though. We want it to be a maze. Yeah, it's
I'm
not
be a maze. Giving anybody a gun. Nobody's allowed a gun. That's too,
Maybe some throwing knives. Maybe a bow and arrow or something, but... Yeah. Mostly, like... You know, up close and personal, but like knives and like swords and like a mace. Someone's got to have a mace in there. That'd be good.
Mark Zuckerberg would totally use a mace. That's what he did.
Oprah Winfrey is number 3. Weird. I thought people loved Oprah.
Yeah, what did Oprah do? I feel I have some sort of faint memory. Oprah did something. I feel like somebody came out and said something about Oprah.
What did Oprah Winfrey do? I don't know. It doesn't really say. Just she did a bunch of TV shit.
I don't know.
I think people hate her for being a bit of like a Hollywood kind of manipulator insider, maybe being involved with Epstein a bit. Like she gatekeeps stuff, like controls TV behind the scenes a bit. I don't fucking know. I don't care really.
On the scene.
I'm going to give you number 2 and number 1 most hated as a double team because it's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They're the most hated celebrities of 2023, which it's not surprising. I don't really understand why they're hated so much. What's the problem? What's the problem? They were like, I don't want to be royal anymore. I'm going to be a celebrity in America.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because it's like they don't. I think it's one of them where it's just like they don't really do anything, and they're expecting to sort of like
no. They do more stuff themselves and are more independent than any fucking royal. Like, if you're talking about people who don't do anything, every member of the royal family should be on there. Then.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of the royal family do anything either. But it's just sort of like I don't know. I think it's sort of like what do they expect? I guess.
What do you mean? What do they expect?
like you know, when you're a royal, that's sort of what you're doing. Like, you're being a royal. Like, that's where your fame's coming from. But when you're saying I'm not a royal now, even though you know you weren't really doing anything to begin with, it's like, well, what are you now then? It's like, well, you know, I'm Harry. It's like, well, we don't fucking care. We don't give a fuck.
But the point is, you don't have to care now. It's like he's like, I don't want to be royal. I'd rather put out stories and make and maybe write a book, and people might and you know, tell stories about my life and growing up and be a celebrity that way. And then people are like, angry. What? Don't buy the book then. And then what's the problem? When he's a royal and getting all his fame from that way, he gets funded by your taxes. You've got no fucking choice. Whereas when he's doing what he's doing now, just don't buy his book if you don't like. What's the problem? He's not going up to it and like going, read this, please. It's like, what are you talking about? I really don't understand the hate to these two. I don't understand it. The thing that I find funny, the only thing that I kind of get is when people try and say that they didn't want to be in the royal family because of all the attention. They didn't like being famous and wanting to be in the royal family for that. But then they went on and did a bunch of interviews and published a story and things like that. I don't think the first half of that is true for the which is a problem. She was an actress before that. She was fine with being famous. What? It's ridiculous. And plus they don't do a lot of stuff. I don't know. I think it's silly. But I do think the South Park's take on it was hilarious. But that would be your celebrity deathmatch then, Judd. Who are you picking as I suppose first out, do we agree Bill Cosby probably?
Yeah, I think probably by the sounds of it. Or Woody Allen. Him and Woody Allen's going to be the first out.
And who are you picking for winner of Celebrity Death Maze?
Were it Jake Paul that we said, or Logan Paul?
It was Jake Paul who was in there.
Jake Paul. I honestly think Jake Paul's in a good chance to win it, honestly.
I think it depends if any alliances were formed. Obviously, the Kardashian alliance is gonna be there from the start. There's 3 of them.
Kardashian alliance.
There's 3 of them, but I don't think they've got a great chance. Kris Jenner's like older, and like you know, she's not going to be much use. Kylie Jenner's not exactly going to be, and Kim Kardashian, they're not going to be much of a threat. They're not exactly like powerful, are they? They're slightly small women. So it's like.
Powerful.
I don't know. I don't think their alliance is great, even though there's 3 of them. For example, I doubt Jake Paul could take all 3 at once. But, but for example, like Kanye West and Travis Scott and Chris Brown, they might form an alliance, a bunch of musicians, and that would be a good alliance.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
I reckon out of that. Kanye's gonna fucking die. Like, you know, if they were the last 3 standing and it was like, who's gonna snake each other first? Kanye is fucking dead. So then then it'd come down to, like, Travis Scott versus Chris Brown. Who do you think would win out of that? I don't know.
Travis Scott or Chris Brown?
Yeah.
I think Chris Brown. I think his eyes would glaze over. I think he'd just picture Rihanna.
Oh, God. I think Travis Scott might be a bit taller, but Chris Brown, like, dances and stuff. I think Chris Brown's a bit more athletic. I don't know. Let's go with Chris Brown. Let's say Chris Brown would be the winner of Celebrity Death Maze 2024.
You really made your comeback. You won the Celebrity Death Match.
Just some honourable mentions who nearly made the list. Logan Paul was number 21, so he nearly made it. Machine Gun Kelly was just behind him. Amy Schumer was number 23, so she she's a candidate for it most of the time. Kendall Jenner, if she'd have made it, the Kardashian alliance would have been even stronger. There'd been 4 members of it then. Not only that, at number 25, Kourtney Kardashian. There'd have been 5 of them in there. They would have ruled the roost. God. That'd have been a great alliance if it went to 25. I think 20's plenty. 20's plenty.
20's plenty.
Oh my God, Khloe Kardashian's at 27. There could have been a really, really big alliance.
It's like I don't think they'd necessarily really even do anything to be that hated. It's just that they just are them, I guess, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, a lot of that list does seem like whoever's one of the most relevant celebrities at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I just saw there was like Jay-Z further down the list somewhere, and there was like, do you know what's an interesting? Do you know who Jamila Jamil is?
Jamila Jamil. That sounds like a bit, like a bit name that they do on Key and Peele. Fucking what was it?
Jamila Jamil.
Jamila Jamil. Jesus Christ!
The only thing I recognise her from is The Good Place. She plays that like, I don't really know how to describe her.
Which one?
Like, because that one who's supposedly like really perfect and nice, but is actually just kind of normal. I don't know.
Okay,
she's one of the four, one of the main four.
Yeah,
there's like the black guy, the blonde girl, the Asian guy, and then her.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's also a weird one. Number 30 is Mehmet Oz.
Who?
A Turkish American television personality, cardiothoracic surgeon, Columbia University professor, pseudoscience promoter, and author. Apparently, Oprah was the first guest on his Discovery series. So
okay,
maybe that's why. Jojo Siwa at 35. Wait, what? Donald Trump Jr. is at 36, but Donald Trump isn't on here.
Yeah, something happened with Donald Trump Jr. as well. The Hunter, is it Hunter? I don't know.
Hunter Biden.
Oh yeah, Hunter Biden. Yeah.
Ariana Grande is 40. It's like what? Yeah, I think it's just famous people further down the list.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is at 53. You know, it's weird. Anyway, that's Celebrity Death Maze.
We can't put Tom Cruise in the Death Maze because that's just not fair. That's not fair on everybody else.
Tom Cruise is like well into his 50s at this point.
Yeah, but he's Tom Cruise. He's fucking crazy. Like completely ignoring the fact that he does all of his own stunts and everything and all that, and you know that he's this like big action star. He's just fucking insane. He's just crazy. Like I think he just like go in and like bite somebody's throat out like in the second that he got in. So
yeah, another great South Park edition of Tom Cruise. You know, being in the closet and not coming out. Yeah. I find that so funny because I've never kind of got the inclination that he's hiding being gay or anything like that. But I just found it funny that they just picked him to be that, basically. And he fucking hated it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny. Right, I think that's all we've got time for today. That was... I liked Celebrity Death Maze. Took us a while to get around to something, but... Do you know what we could perhaps next episode when I get back from Poland? I could note this down. I remember there's I'm sure there's a website where you can enter like a custom Hunger Games. So perhaps we could do Celebrity Deathmatch. And you can find out who wins, and we'll see. But there you go. Right. Bye.
Okay.